Okay, where are we at? Right? I want to close this out. I want to put you close up. That's the problem. Hold on. Um, all right. That should do it. Let me go ahead and get the YouTube chat open. Mhm. Good morning, everybody. Live music review and Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl chat. Oh, that just reminded me. I need to add a subscribe button. We got a whole lot of viewers last night, but them subscribers didn't go up as much as viewers. But yeah, no, people be slow. Hold on, let me go ahead and save one. By the way, I'm talking a little lower because my daughter is asleep right now. When she wakes up, I'm just gonna have to go ahead and bring her in here. But hold on, let me get a subscribe button going. Subscribe. PNG file. Then YouTube. YouTube. Uh, I guess that one's nice, right? With the bell and is that a PNG file? I don't think so. I'm gonna save this one. All right. Save it to downloads. Turn the TV off, turn the TV off. That's been stuck in my head the whole morning. And let's swap out this. If y'all hear screaming and crying for a second, that's just my daughter waking up. So it's a whole lot of anticipation when all the coverage, all the full coverage comes in for Kendrick Lamar's performance from last night. There isn't even any Getty photos or anything. It's probably like the only shot that I found. Okay, let me go into here and then let's add a Mitch. I'm gonna try. Sorry. Wait for everybody to get in here. Let me check my chat, see who's in here. Turn the TV off, turn the TV off. Turn the TV off, turn the TV off. It's crazy spooky. It's crazy spooky. We're getting started in just a moment, you guys. Waiting for this to open up. Come on, come on. Okay. Let's choose this, that, and I think it's supposed to go up here. So people know to subscribe to the channel. All right, hopefully I'm loud enough for y'all. I will talk louder when she's awake. That girl is knocked the F out. I came off the stream. That girl was asleep. I was on stream. She was asleep. I came off the stream. She was asleep. And I sat with her for like up until 1 o'clock in the morning, waiting for her to wake up because I wasn't gonna wake her up. And she was just asleep the whole night. It was a pretty good night. I slept really good. Okay, let's go ahead and copy the link. I'll send this to myself. So today, you guys, we're gonna talk Kendrick Lamar performance. If you guys have any music review, things you want to send in, go ahead and send that my way. Okay. So then we came back. Okay, Loser Weed, you are in the chat. Hi. Hey, Loser Weed, we are getting started. Shout out to the new moms. Yes, I'm actually adjusting pretty well to the new mom life. Truly, the hardest part is when I go live. It's like, okay, like when she wakes up, she starts screaming. That's okay, she probably just wants the milk or she just wants to know where I'm at. But it's the part like I don't know what to do with her, so I need to go get like the play stuff in here or something. But yes, good morning. We are back. Of course, I'm doing a music review today. For depending on how long I am on the stream. I hope everybody slept well. I hope everybody has a good day, a good morning. Let's go ahead and hop into the intro, shall we? So I did a whole lot of Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl coverage before I fell asleep last night. I was just chopping up different clips that I have about the performance. It was a whole lot to take from it, but of course, like I said last night, as we were transitioning over to a new day, I knew there was going to be a whole lot more, and then it's just going to be like a snowball effect, because we still got to wait for journalists and influencers and more stories to come out, more interviews to come out too, because there's the pre-show coverage and then there's the post coverage. Apple did a lot of interviews with SZA and Kendrick Lamar. I think they did one with Mustard as well. So we're waiting for more interviews to come out. So I'm super excited. Personally, I actually want to interview somebody. I'm like, who can I interview though? Even if it's somebody on the dance team, like I need to go ahead and try to get my way. The closest person I have to Kendrick Lamar that I've interviewed has to be it has to be Smack. Smack was on stage with him at the Kendrick and Friends show in Los Angeles. I interviewed him maybe 6 months ago, and I asked him about what can we expect next, Kendrick Lamar in the studio, but I didn't even imagine to expect to ask him, will Kendrick Lamar be doing anything on a major scale that you know about? Because I'm sure he did know. What else? I did not see him on stage with Kendrick Lamar. I didn't recognize any of those dancers and anybody that was on him with him, besides the special guest, of course. So opening up my social media this morning, I see, of course, my timeline filled with videos and stills and their takes and memes, of course, as expected. Y'all know how this generation moves. And it opened my eyes up to a lot more than what I already had was thinking about this performance. And I just wanted to come out here and talk about it. So, first off, so my clips from last night, I love my clips, but y'all know I be having a little attitude sometimes. So when I'm reading the comments, I am learning to not say anything back. But there was truly one comment that let's click play. How can you save the comments in the you can't do that. You can't save the comments. Yeah, save the comments, I don't think. No. In the chat. Yeah. Yeah. So I saw a comment underneath my post talking about why does everybody hate Kendrick Lamar's performance. That wasn't the headline, but it was something along those lines. And they said you're the only one that don't like the performance. And I'm just like, I know it's YouTube, y'all, so it's different from TikTok and Instagram because that's my audience. Like those people know me. YouTube is more like you're being put out there just for randoms. I really want to comment so bad. And like, did you even watch the video? This video was not about me saying that I did not like the Kendrick Lamar performance. I never said that once. And I gave it a rating of 8.5. So they just playing around. But there was one comment I did see underneath that I did semi agree on. One comment underneath the video said, The only people that don't like Kendrick Lamar's performance is Drake fans. And I do feel like it's a mixture of things, but I said my take on that video, and I just think it's a mixture of things. But overall, I feel it's because a lot of people don't know Kendrick Lamar's songs. Yes, us black people, we know Kendrick Lamar's songs. But I'm talking about like that Super Bowl audience. Like, do you guys ever pay attention to what the camera pans to when who's in that crowd? Who's affording them tickets? So I just think that was the reason for the most part on why people wasn't feeling it. Because, of course, when TV off and squabble up, we lit, we lit because we know the album. We know, we know those songs, but they're just like, it's Kendrick Lamar. So. And then also somebody grilled me. I already expected this. Somebody grilled me because I said Taylor Swift should have came out instead of SZA. I love SZA. I don't love Taylor Swift, so that wasn't me like trying to be corny or anything. But I'm saying because it's the Super Bowl. Do you guys understand? Because it's the Super Bowl, and we know who's mainly in that crowd and who that audience is, and how much people favor Taylor Swift. Travis Kelce, which is her now boyfriend, on performing on the Super Bowl. It just would have been more of a bang for that Super Bowl crowd. Not for us, not for you watching, but for the Super Bowl crowd. So I'm not gonna always get on here and clear the air about what I say, what I believe, but I just have to go ahead and just talk about that because that's so irritating. And the fact that people just read like the title and just quickly jump into the comment section, just like this is this is why not everybody can stream, because you gotta have some tough skin for this. All right, so let's go ahead and let me get my saved video clips up. 1 second, you guys. Turn the TV off, turn the TV off, turn the TV off, turn the TV off. Um, I really That was the last song that was performed, right? I did like that he performed that song. That was lit. Okay, open up the messages. And I have lots of messages. I was basically this morning, like when I rolled out of bed, just saving all the clips that I wanted to share with you guys. And of course, I got my outline that we're gonna go by. Side note, for my people that like to watch my stream for the music reviews, I will be sending over a mail list so y'all can just like have an invite and then y'all just click a link and then just join the live if you just want your music review. But let's go ahead and talk about it. So we're gonna focus on the performance. So Super Bowl halftime, expand on your coverage by analyzing the performance in detail. Talk about song selection, sequencing. Okay, I do have that here. Let me open it up for you guys. Is it this one? So I have some video clips I want to share with you guys. I'm gonna open them one by one. Let's get into this is Instagram user I follow. He goes by the name of Shaka. This was his post from last night on his final review of the performance. He said Kendrick got Lil Wayne and Drake fans in their feelings along with people who only know one song. The rest of us are satisfied. And that's what I was saying in the video yesterday. For the people that didn't like the performance and called it boring and called it trash, I do firmly believe that this is the reason right here. And you guys let me know in the chat what you guys think. I do believe that it was just a mixture of the people that had expectations of somebody else, whether it was a Lil Wayne or a Drake, to take the stage, and just having that disappointment of Kendrick taking the stage. And of course, the people that only know one song. My guess is people probably in that crowd was singing Not Like Us and Humble. And the other songs, it was probably just, Kendrick Lamar's Community that was in the crowd. So they said he's king right now. I love to see the young bro on top. I'm not gonna lie. I could firmly agree on that. So let's do song selection and sequencing. I got that somewhere here. Song selection and sequencing. Let's use this one right here. Okay, so shout out to Illmatic Bars. I saved your post as well. So here is the sequencing, the set list for Super Bowl 59, Kendrick Lamar's halftime performance. So the first one was the GNX teaser. I'm that kind of album listener. I go straight into the songs that are trending. Although I shouldn't, right? But I did that. So when I heard the teaser, I'm like, it sounds familiar, but I was like, But I was like, okay, that must be like the intro or something. But number one was the GNX teaser. Number two was Squabble Up. Three was Humble. Four was DNA. Five, Euphoria. Six, Man at the Garden. Seven, Peekaboo. Eight, Luther, which is featuring SZA. And All the Stars featuring SZA. Not Like Us, which is the bang. And then TV Off was the closing. Um, Yesterday I was talking about how I was disappointed that We Gonna Be Alright wasn't the ending. And now that I've slept on it and I've looked at other people's feedback about the performance, it's safe to say that We Gonna Be Alright wasn't the ending because that did not go with the message of the performance. Can y'all agree? Jot that in the chat. Because when TV Off was played, it was just very aggressive. Uh, there's also something that was going on in the background too. Y'all let me know if you guys think this was a part of the show or not. But besides that, when TV Off played, when the show ended, the whole stage just went black, like a TV turned off, and then it said game over, and then it went straight to commercial. That was the Super Bowl 59 halftime performance on Kendrick Lamar. Moving on back into the game. By the way, the Eagles beat that team real bad. Real bad. Honestly, it was Kendrick Lamar's show to me. It was Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl show, it featuring the players to me. But I think that was even more like emphasized, being that that game was just, it was an easy win. I've seen, I don't know, in my opinion, I've seen more aggressive high school football teams or games than that. But it was Kendrick Lamar's show. Let's talk about what was going on in the background in TV Off. There was some chaos going on in the background. Turn the TV on, turn the TV on. I really need to turn on that light. So, let me go back into my DMs. This is my media company, so ain't nothing in here that I don't care that y'all can see. Okay. This right here, posted by Ghazi. Ghazi is the CEO of Empire Records. I got the flag. He said, I think, was it this? Hold on. Maybe right here. Let me see. No, that's not it. He posted this on his Instagram 8 hours ago, saying, if anyone knows the guy who waved the flags at the Super Bowl, connect me so we can get him legal representation. Because he said that because they tackled him, security tackled him. when was this when he came off the stage or when he was going on? But anyways, people are trying to. A lot of people think that that was a part of the performance, but from looking at the security tackling them, I don't think so. And they don't show what happens after he runs off the car. But you got people in the comment section saying, really thinking like that was a part of the show. Uh, because the song was that was playing was TV off, and this is happening in the background to where people are catching it on social media through their phones, but they're not catching it on the TV. There's a quote. Somebody got to do it. I like that. They said they didn't show this on Super Bowl, but on social media it's going to be viral. The revolution won't be televised. It will be recorded, though. That could be from a Kendrick Lamar song. Uh, but hey, it went with my opinion. It went with the America. Like y'all know what I'm saying. I'm not about to get all political right there. I kind of know where to draw the line, but it comes with the message of people feeling free. But yeah, so I liked that they ended the performance now that we were able to reflect on everything. I like that they ended the performance with TV off. Back to the song selection. To the song selection. Like I said last night, my favorite part was TV off, and I would also say, of course, Not Like Us. Now, like I said last night, I already said we got to take some time and sleep on it and wait until social media fills up with more content to talk a little bit more. Um, we have some symbolizations and some subliminals that we did not talk about last night. Not gonna get too much detail because we're not 100% sure. Art is up to every individual eye, but some things that stood out. What was this post, Melia Wilson? Performance, no backtrack, breath control. This is a review from Jermaine Dupri. Dope performance, no backtrack, breath control, choreography, skits, straight rap-ish. That's what I said last night when I was talking about why I liked the performance, and I don't understand why people have such an issue with it. I agree with Jermaine Dupri. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Um, where is it? I guess we can just go ahead and let's open this up from Admatic. You guys see that? Might be a way to zoom in. I don't know. In the same touchscreen. But I would definitely say everything that they have in this post is one of my favorite moments. Um, in this video clip right here, you guys can't really see because it's super small, but Mustard comes out. Mustard comes out and it's super lit. It's super exciting to see because this is a big deal for not only Mustard himself, but for producers. If you guys follow me on social media, you guys know how much I support the producer community. I'm one of the people, the producer is just as important as the artist. And this is a moment right here that is just so legendary to me because the fact that he brought out Mustard and he shared the stage with him, shared his shine with him, and put the shine on Mustard to let him know this is the person behind these songs that shook up y'all's 2024. Like, this is the person that did this. And it was just really great, dope energy to see. Like, you can just feel the vibrations and the energy of a Mustard during this. Like, I'm sure it was a very emotional moment for him. A big win, a big W, and great representation for producers out there to believe, not even believe, but to get them back to their roots and not just like getting an artist to beat, but really making like these impactful moments, these legendary moments. Like, I feel like we haven't seen something like this since Timbaland or whatever. And when I say that, I mean like just motion behind a producer and an artist. Like, I know we got Metro Boomin, y'all, but I mean like the impact, the motion. Like, it's heavy. If you guys can agree with me in the chat, let me know. If you guys think otherwise, drop it in the chat. But this is heat. Like, this is a legendary moment. And I also watched Mustard as he walked off the stage. I wanted to see like if he was gonna, do a little bit extra. And he calmly, once it was his time to just get off stage and let Kendrick Lamar continue his performance, he just calmly walked off. And but I felt this energy of like, damn, like that was a rush. Like, I did it. I did it. And I really can't wait for the Mustard interview to come out, because I really hope journalists ask, what was your emotions being on that stage with Kendrick Lamar? And how did you feel walking off and going back into the audience and just reflecting on, wow, like, I just did the Super Bowl 59 with the biggest rapper in the world right now. How does it feel? I wish that was my interview, okay? But I'll probably be shaking, like, because that is just so emotional. That is so emotional. I know his family proud. I know the whole city proud. Moving on, but that was one of my favorite parts. And just look how the camera is just spinning around them. Like, they just look like they're on top of the world. Look at that. That is, I really hope Getty got a shot of that. That's a fire. Now, when everybody thinks like producer and artist, I feel like they're gonna be like the poster people right now. Moving on. Of course, we talked about the colors, okay? That's USA. What is the deeper meaning, though? I have yet to see somebody on social media get into detail of what they really firmly believe was the message behind Kendrick Lamar's performance. And like I said last night, it ain't never gonna be me, y'all. It ain't never gonna be me to get to the bottom of what an entire performance means. Even to this day, when I think of the Damn Tour, because I was there in person in Washington, D.C., actually covering it on behalf of like being a journalist. I'm watching this performance like, damn, this is really artsy. But what the hell does this mean? If y'all remember the Damn Tour, it's like he really wasn't even on stage. He was like in a cage. So it's like the stage behind him, all the dancers, and then he was just on a cage. Like, that was just separate from the stage. Like, this is really nice. What the hell does this mean? But Kendrick Lamar definitely kept up, continued um his long history of his performances being like films instead of just giving us some choreography and performing his songs. So this was expected. Serena Williams, okay. Definitely a dope part. She looks beautiful in the hair, the big hair, and just the outfit and the dancing and the way the camera just gets her, the walk, the dance. Hey, I loved it. Okay. Is this a video of the crowd? What's this? Stills. See, we have yet to get like a really good picture. This moment right here was definitely, I think, everybody's favorite moment. Is this it? I think that's the end. We're gonna talk about it. But it's right here. What did you guys think about Kendrick Lamar, Cedric? Hey, you like him young. The way, like I said last night, the way he just smiled in the camera, diabolical. Diabolical. What? And like I said last night, Kendrick Lamar had a couple angles he could have done with Not Like Us. We had somebody in the chat from yesterday morning saying that they think he was gonna flip Not Like Us to be like a more like a revolutionary moment. But Kendrick Lamar stuck to the script. It was definitely an FU moment to Drake on national television in front of, did we get the number yet? Millions of people though. Almost the whole world. And this is the still when he says, "Say Drake." He looks right into the camera lens, smiles, but you could, it's behind the microphone, but you could see this smile, diabolical. Like he knows Drake is watching and he's looking right into the lens. "Say Drake, you thought I wasn't gonna perform this song? America thought I wasn't performing the song. Y'all tried to stop me. But say Drake in the lens, I hear you like I'm young. You better never go to cell block 1. And like I said, of course they took out the word he and file. But he said, I heard you like I'm young. And then the lyrics after that, of course. Try to strike a chord and it's probably A minor. He worded that. Somebody yesterday was like, did you hear the whole crowd chant that? And I said no, because I was screaming it. My loud ass. I was so hyped watching the performance last night. I was screaming it. So I didn't hear it, but shout out to What's on Rap. I really appreciate you guys always supporting my clients. Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor. So in that clip, you can clearly hear the whole crowd shout, A minor. And when I saw that clip, I'm like, oh my gosh, like the impact, and I can imagine Drake's reaction. Like, this man was probably smoking his hookah, drinking a glass of wine or something, and his hand just shaking. Like, I'm picturing like a super villain, in the movies when they on TV or they see somebody save somebody, they're just. That's what I imagine Drake to be like. He breaking things, he's slapping people, I don't know. But like I said, Drake could probably be chill about this and be like, all I care about is money in the city that I'm from. Okay, here's Tiger's reaction. Random, right? But I found honestly, when we think about the deeper meaning behind They Not Like Us, although he did say Drake's name on national television, that was a target to him, and there was a couple of subliminals and shots throughout the performance. Maybe the theme, just maybe the theme and the message of the entire performance is simple. They not like us. Let's talk about, and the they, it could really be up to you, right? The they could be Drake. The they could be people like Drake from Kendrick's perspective, not from our perspective, because most of us love Drake, but you know, when Kendrick Lamar is, you go at the end of Not Like Us, he goes into Atlanta runs and Atlanta's on a chain. You know, he gives that whole history lesson, calling Drake, you're not a colleague, you're a colonizer. That perspective. Or it could be could be the people not like us. You know, so maybe it's just simple. Maybe that was just the meeting and that's what he delivered. And I want to talk about, where is he at? Where is he at? I have it saved. Samuel L. Jackson, the legend himself, was the very first face that appeared once it was time for Kendrick Lamar's performance to go live. Super exciting, right? Because not Kendrick Lamar, Samuel L. Jackson's face, like just his face. When we see his face, we know it's going to be art. When we hear his voice, we know it's going to be art. Like he's just a stamp for epic, legendary moments. I feel like in hip hop too. So let's
salutations.
I wake my daughter up.
It's your Uncle Sam, and this is the Great American Game. Salutations.
So the performance went by so fast. Like I said, that's why I already knew last night's stream wasn't gonna be perfect. You know, I knew there was gonna be things that was gonna be missed because we're just so hype and like, you know, our energy is just so excited for this performance and we're just excited for this music to where we don't really, you know, you gotta listen back sometimes, you gotta watch back sometimes. Samuel L. Jackson said, "This is your uncle, aka Uncle Sam." Meaning behind Uncle Sam. Let's look that up. Thank you, AI. Uncle Sam is a cartoon character that represents the United States government and people. He's often depicted in red, white, and blue and wearing a top hat and long white goatee. What does Uncle Sam represent? Support for the government. Uncle Sam represents support for the government, including taxation and military enlistment. Patriotism. Uncle Sam is a symbol of patriotism and the American people, the U.S. government. Uncle Sam personifies the U.S. government and is often used in political cartoons. Now we can go deeper and deeper and deeper, but at the end of the day, that could kind of provide some type of evidence of the message of the entire performance. Not like us. And there's also these freestyle moments. I think there were actual songs. Let me know if I'm wrong in the chat. There were actually songs or actual freestyles that he curated before the performance went live. And the proof is in the lyrics. Oh, I'm thinking. But yeah, the proof is in the lyrics, and I'm trying to figure out. I think one is right here, right? Let's open this up.
But this time, God only favoring us. 20 years in, still got that pen dedicated to a bare hard truth. Etiquette speak with a vision and tongue. Predicate this time is I'm carrying heavier hearts right now. I got power to lift with Olympians too. Carrying various darts right now. I deserve this like tiramisu. We go body for body. I need you a body. I'm probably a better masseuse. Really don't bother nobody what they running by me. If
how the colors pop out of the black GNX car.
When I have a soul, even if I told you to stand. Everybody must be judged. But
look how the colors pop out of the black GNX car. What do you guys think symbolism-wise that could be? I'm trying to find it. I can't find it. Oh my gosh, where is it at? So there was somebody that had a breakdown. I had one person I spoke to yesterday. Of course, you know, social media was like the A on his chain represents Amazon. I'm like, this man is not going to use this epic moment to promote Amazon. Like, that's not what's happening here. Somebody on Twitter said that they believe. Is it here? Lamar. They said the A, what the A stand for? They said the A stand for. It was my video. Somebody that called me yesterday said that the A stands for A minor. They had somebody else said something what the A could have stood for. I think America. I think that's what they said. Yeah, why does it feel like your minor should refer to A minor? Just trying to influence. Yeah. Moving forward, I had a breakdown. Don't know where it's at. Trying to find it. All right. But there was that, and then there was that clip, of course, before Kendrick Lamar performs "Not Like Us." You know what? I think I know where it's at. Let me just go open up Illmatic's page. It's probably A minor. Maybe it's in here.
Reincarnated, I was stargazing. Nobody pray for me. It been that day for me. I got royalty inside my DNA. Perfect core, yeah, I'm out the way, yeah, I'm low, okay. I don't like. Keep my essence contagious, that's okay with me. Burn this thing down, don't you play with me, stay with me. Crashing out right now, it ain't safe for me. Did it with integrity. These boys try to hate on me, just wait and see. More what I be spilling, it's just pain to me. Dangerously, ain't no changing me, ain't no shaming me. Flip a coin, you want the dangerous me or the famous me? How annoying. From the poise in the game I speak, ashamed of me, it's important I deserve
Why
it
do you
all.
think these guys are in the white
Why you think you
and
deserve
not the
it?
red and the blue?
Keep my essence contagious, that's okay with me. Pickable. I just put the buggers in my chain. Pickable. 80 pointers like a
Moving on the chain.
Pickable. 762s, I make them crank. Pickable. I'm popping out your band, that's what my name. Pickable. I put 2 foreigns on a full 5. Pickable. That's got pepper if I'm doing pasta. Pickable. Why you acting tough on IG Live? Pickable. You know my loved ones with that. Let's get it. Surprise. It's your boy Check.
I know what I'm looking for. Trust me.
Tell me what you. Hey, Roman number 7, babe. What you gonna do to me? What's that? Hold up. You say.
Okay, let's go wake up my daughter. I can't find it, y'all. But you guys know before he hops into his performance of Not Like Us, there is a moment, a skip. The girls with the half-colored hair are dancing behind him, and he says the words. Let's get the exact wording. Asking him, is he gonna perform the song? And he said, well, people like to sue, so shot at Drake and the lawsuit. And that goes to my next thoughts about the entire performance. Do you guys think that there could potentially be a new lawsuit that forms from this? Or do you think Kendrick Lamar followed like the most proper protocol for this live performance on national television to where there shouldn't be no issue? Now, he didn't say the P file word, but he said, say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. It's probably A minor. He said probably. I mean, he didn't say I'm not no lawyer. Now I took one law class, okay? I took one law class in college. He didn't say he does this. He said it's probably A minor. So what y'all think? Drop it in the chat and let me know. From the A minor chain, calling must say Drake to bring his ex on stage to well. In fact, that was he really in a relationship with Serena Williams? There's the beautiful form of petty, artistic petty. Hey, that's a headline too. J. Cole was really a smart one for apologizing to Kendrick Lamar. He knew that K-Dot is crazy. That's funny. I even did a video when the song dropped. I was like, if anybody's smart, do not say nothing to this man because this man is crazy. I'm trying to think, what was the giveaway that I knew Kendrick Lamar was crazy? I, I don't even know. Let me know in the chat what was your moment. I don't even know. I just think maybe it's just how he's just his rap, like his rap skill. Like you can just tell, like that's not a man you play with. Like he's one of them people, you got people that fight, and then you got people that are really good with their words and being able to express themselves. Not even saying a lot of words, but just saying the bare minimum, but just saying it poetically and just saying it right to where it don't just hit you like when you get into a fight, but it really stabs you and you can't even get back up. Like Kendrick Lamar has he has that mouth that I don't suggest anybody goes back and forth with. And I think it's a Gemini thing. I really think it's a Gemini thing, and that's dope because when he opened up the performance, I think that was one of the first words he said was that he's a Gemini. He's a proud Gemini. And that's a trait that I noticed out of a lot of Geminis, Kanye West, Biggie, Tupac. These are people that are so good at music. It's like there's a level, right? And they just break that seal because they know how to use their words but not say a lot. And when they do say something, it has multiple meanings, it makes you want to dive in, but it's also the bare minimum and it just slaps, okay? It just slaps. So, yeah, Kendrick Lamar is that guy, okay? It's not somebody you play with. I saw a quote on Instagram saying, this year taught me that Kendrick Lamar is not the one to play with. And it's something I've been new. I've been new. And I don't even think it was a song that was the giveaway that Kendrick Lamar is a dangerous guy. I just think it's because he's just a really good rapper and he's really good with his words. People like that scare me. I aspire to be somebody like that. I'm pretty damn close though. I'm a team Aquarius over here. I'm in that air sign energy with Gemini and Libra. So, I'm getting there. I aspire to be that person, but my words hurt like knives. But I gotta say a whole lot. I can't just say bare minimum and just get the job done. But I'm gonna get there one day, okay? But Kendrick Lamar is a petty level I aspire to be from Ashley. I just love it. He had on an A minor chain, like the level of effery he is on to spend his own money to make another person feel crazy is insane. Okay, but let's go ahead and close to wrapping this up. Let's talk special guests. So of course we saw Mustard. That was my favorite moment. Congratulations to Mustard. I actually have his whole catalog. I saved it for you guys. I know where that's at. Let's go ahead and get into Mustard's catalog. For some of the people that aren't into music production, and I get that. No, a lot of people don't know how much goes into it. They see the artist and they think that's just it, but there's so many other powerhouses behind it. SZA, of course. I got talk about SZA. Rack City Bit. That was 2011. Another Los Angeles artist. This is mainly LA, right? Just ain't shit. YG, Nipsey Hussle, Tyga. 2012. We in the club. I'm different. RP, you broke. Throw it up. Paranoid. Ooh, paranoid. I'm paranoid and I'm tripping. I've been smoking. Around too. But I never made that. I'm sorry. I love that song. That was a time. What year was that? 2012 was a great year for music, but I guess we see why, right? Hell of a Night, Ludacris, Throw It Up, Tyga, man. That was Rich Homie Quan's song. Like, this catalog. Okay, Show Me. All them songs that sound like Paranoid during that time. Oh, that was a good time. Up and down. Young Dro, Riff Raff, Will I Am. Feeling Myself with Miley Cyrus. Numb, August Alsina, Nah Nah, Trey songs. All those songs kind of sound familiar, right? It was like this whole club era that it just took over the whole radio too. To on Tinashe, I love to get on. I love Main Chick. It's like that doom 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 in the beginning. That's how you always knew that was his production at that time. You and Your Friends, Don't Panic, Don't Panic. Oh damn, he did Collide by Justine Skye. Post to Be, Omarion, Chris Brown, Janae, Freak of the Week, sorry to interrupt, Get Home to Fix, Saved, Promise, Whole Lot of Love, and Wavy, Needed Me. Ooh, he did Needed Me. Want Her, I Don't, Love You Better, Freaky Friday, Boot Up, Late Night, and then, so there was a while, right? And I do remember this. There was Dang, he did Trip by Lamar. That's crazy. So 2018, there was like this like silence here, and like he was still working. My opinion, he was still working, but I feel like people kind of during this time was more like, just Metro Boomin or just any other those producers. They were kind of getting that shine. So when Not Like Us came out, and then people found out it was produced by Mustard, like it kind of just opened up where people have to look back at all this and be like, damn, like we celebrating and rooting all these other producers' names. We really need to be rooting Mustard. And now that I look back on it, look at that 2012. That was the whole radio at that time. He was producing all them songs. I have to give you your flowers, Mustard. I love to see it. Um, SZA. SZA was great. SZA was definitely great. I know I was, saying I didn't want SZA, but I get it, promoting the tour, and that's, your fellow TDE artist. I'm gonna assume that's your friend as well. Uh, and SZA's like in the lead in her lane, in that R&B lane. She's in the lead. Not only is she a great singer and vocalist, but she's a great songwriter too. So I never said she didn't deserve to shine. I never said those words. I just said I know it was just like a short amount of time to where I wanted Kendrick Lamar to just be like a bang, 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 And I knew when SZA came out, it was gonna kind of like mellow things out. But I can say it did mellow things out because when they did the Luther song, it was like slow and everything slowed down. But I can say this, she did bring another side out of it. I feel like it was great. It was like more this emotional side. Even the way she performed it. Listen. So, like I said, this performance was already cinematic, but it's like she did provide the soundtrack to the overall feel of the entire set design. Um, when you look at it, you just think, okay, like red, white, and blue, okay, the people, black people, whatever. But she she provided this like soundtrack feel, like the emotion. Like it's powerful, and she did it in the way they zoomed in on her. Like it was just powerful. So she brought something, okay? And I never, before the performance even happened, I wasn't saying that I thought she was gonna ruin it or anything, but I did know she was gonna bring something, and she did. And she brought that emotion. She brought a, I feel like sealed the deal for that cinematic energy throughout the performance. So Bitsy said, I loved it, thought provoking and beautifully choreographed. Everyone who's hating is 80 years old. We loved every second of this. Shake and follows everybody. SZA 8. Her voice sounded amazing. She looked beautiful. Yes. Who else? Serena Williams. We've already touched on that. That was another guest. The choreography, if like I said, I'm ranking things that as days go by, I'm gonna keep ranking things. Samuel Jackson, I'm gonna give him number one. Them dancers, I'm gonna give them number two. Like the choreograph, like just powerful, just in your face. It's just moving. It's very exciting. It's very hype. How does this performance compare to past halftime shows? I don't feel like it can't compare to any of them. Even Rihanna, like I feel like it can't compare to Rihanna because Rihanna was just looking back on it. It's a strong performance. It was a strong Super Bowl performance, but Rihanna was just more like just getting through the songs. That's kind of like when I was watching it back yesterday, I was like, this performance is really just delivering this vibe of like, I'm just trying to get through my songs. While Kendrick Lamar was making a statement, one direct statement. Do we know what that statement is yet? No. But he was his performance was probably like the only performance ever that had one specific statement, and I feel like that's how it could compare to the others. Now of course you got like Shakira and J-Lo, where they were performing and it was representing the Latino community, so like that was that message. But Kendrick Lamar had like this one direct message to America. Was Donald Trump really in the crowd? I would really like to know that because I didn't see the camera pan to him or anything. But then again, I didn't really watch the game. Let me know in the chat. I really wish they could have somehow panned the camera. I mean, I know what they're like trying to get the performance, but if they would have panned the camera to Trump during that performance, that would have slapped. Okay, and y'all know why I would say that. So the significance of rapper Kendrick Lamar headlining solo. So for some of y'all that don't know, Kendrick Lamar is the first solo rapper to ever perform on the Super Bowl stage. So he already received that accolade. But the significance, like I said last night, anybody can say all these negative things, but my final thoughts is I'm just so happy to. Let me close this out. I think I'm lagging. Lagging. Mm. But yeah, my final thoughts is I'm just happy to see a black artist thrive. I'm just happy to see um a rapper like just take over the America's biggest night like that. I was just happy. Even if it wasn't Cole, or if it wasn't Lil Wayne, if it wasn't Drake, if it wasn't anybody, I'm happy it was Kendrick. Cause Kendrick is an artist that just doesn't try to get his bag and just try to make music. Like he really is the face and an icon. Not even just in hip hop, but within like America in Black America. How this might influence future halftime show bookings. That's actually funny that that's actually a question on my notes. I was thinking if Drake were to perform, I feel like this kind of hurt Drake if he were to ever do a Super Bowl live performance. And I say that because I feel like he's gonna receive the pressure of clapping back at Kendrick Lamar to where it kind of just kills like his whole catalog, like, and what we love and know Drake as. We don't love him for the battle or the beef with Kendrick. We love Drake because of Drake. So I feel like that's gonna put pressure on him in the future uh to just perform his songs and just be the superstar he is. And I hope he doesn't try to clap back or anything. If J. Cole did do the Super Bowl, which I'm rooting for in the future, I don't feel like it impacted anything at all. Um, it's gonna be hard to see a Super Bowl performance within hip hop after this. It's gonna be hard. I mean, who could really top Kendrick Lamar? We already have Beyonce. We already did the whole West Coast stage. Bruno, I think we have Bruno Mars too. Who else? Um, and we kind of already went through the reactions from critics and fans, and we didn't get any industry insiders because, like I said, it's only 9 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. Eastern time, to where there's no interviews that came out yet, and no influencers really say anything yet. Nothing was really dropped. So, of course, I'm going to come back later and talk to you guys some more. Hopefully, I get this email list going for the music review. And y'all, this was an amazing episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button to be notified when I come back here on the live. And I appreciate everybody who watched and tuned in. And think my daughter is waking up. And I'll see you guys later today, okay? Bye.